What's up, y'all? All right, I had to get the chat set up. But as y'all can see, that's my TikTok right there. If any of y'all got a TikTok, wanna go check out my channel, my page or whatever they call it on TikTok. I don't know what they call it. Y'all can see I already got 20,000 followers on there. So I do appreciate everybody that come to YouTube, check me out, tune in and everything. If you want to go to TikTok and follow me on there, you see I got 20,000 followers on there, and I got plenty of videos on there with a lot of views and stuff like that. But I do have some content on there, you know, for Larry Bird. This one right here.
And he looked at us and he
People
said,
like this video.
Get some fucking rest. It's going to be a long week. And walked off. And Rodney Rogers said, hey, Larry, you ain't hit a jumper since 84. When we got it.
Yeah, Rodney Rogers was tripping. But this is the one that really did the best on there. If I can find it, this one.
Tradition
They
says
love this
rookies must carry all.
So if y'all want to see them full videos and you new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe. It's your boy DtaeNoDinero. Check out the channel. Check out the Larry Bird content. Check out any type of content you see on the channel, and also comment, you know, any videos y'all want me to subscribe to, because I check out everything. Lately, I've been doing some football reactions, really trying to get, you know, familiar with everything that got going on in football, but I haven't really been a football fan, but I do watch it, so learning the history of it is very interesting. I did a post the other day to figure out who the best running back was of all time, and most of the people went with Bernie Sanders, so check out the Bernie Sanders video I did. It's got some of his best highlights on there. But I don't want to talk y'all head off. Y'all know how I get down. We came here for Larry Bird, Larry Legend, the greatest small forward of all time, if not the best basketball player of all time, which is only debatable with Michael Jordan. I don't really consider anybody else in there. But drop some in the comments what y'all think. We're going to get to this video. And let's do it. The video is called When a Fan Disrespected Larry Bird and Instantly Regretted It. So let's check it out, y'all.
Larry Bird's competitive spirit helped turn him into an NBA legend, but one tragic night at a Boston bar, his competitiveness got the best of him, because that night, Larry Bird made such a disastrous mistake that it ended up costing the Boston Celtics a championship.
Hold on, y'all. We already did a reaction to this. I'm sorry. I thought it was a new reaction like Prime Larry Bird. A lot of people on the channel like Prime Larry Bird. They like his videos, but we already did a reaction to this. Go check it out. The videos on the channel. Check out the playlist that I got set up for Larry Bird. But I got some other stuff in my watch later that I haven't checked out from Larry Bird, and we about to head there. So give me a second. I'll set it up. Let's see. Yeah, let's check this out.
3 NBA championships during.
Oops.
The great Larry Bird.
I don't know what I just did. Let me see. Go back.
3 NBA championships.
All right, y'all. We got this video right here I ain't checked out. Be sure to like these videos, man. Y'all can see I already liked the video, but it's got on the channel. Shout out to Sports Direct. This video is called Larry Bird Reveals the Best Teammate He's Ever Had. I already got a good impression on who he gonna say, but who y'all think Larry Bird's best teammate was? Y'all got Kevin McHale, you got Robert Parrish, you got Dennis Johnson, you got Danny Ainge. I forgot what the other big dude was, the center that they had brought to the team. He was a killer too. But drop that in the comments. But yeah, let's get to the stream though. This video ain't gonna be that long, so hopefully some people drop some in the comments. Let me know what videos they want to listen to, watch, whatever the case may be. But yeah, let's get it.
Larry Bird won 3 NBA championships during his 13-year NBA career with the Boston Celtics. Bird is considered to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time, so
Yes,
it's
sir.
a big deal when Larry the Legend vouches for you. And that's exactly what happened back in 2012, when Bird came out with a message for LeBron James haters. Stay tuned as we discuss that and much more. First up, the best player Larry Bird has ever played with. Back in 2020, in a rare one-on-one meeting, Larry Bird and his greatest basketball rival, Magic Johnson, sat down to talk. Magic began by asking Bird who was the most intelligent player he had ever played with. Bird ended up naming Dennis Johnson without any hesitation. After that, Magic questioned who Bird considered being the best player he had ever played alongside. Even though he wasn't quite as adamant this time, he reaffirmed his preference for Dennis Johnson. He stated that it'd probably have to be Dennis Johnson, but that it's kind of close between Kevin McHale and Dennis Johnson. They're two different types of players, but he's always assumed that if they truly needed something big, Dennis would be the one, as he usually shot at 44% throughout his career in the regular season, and then improved to a staggering 60 in the playoffs.
Wow, that's madly impressive. To make a 20% jump in the playoff time, that's real impressive. I want to point out something. In the last video I did on Larry Bird, they was talking about some stuff that happened at the end of his career. But check out that video too. It's on the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's your boy DtaeNoDinero here, man. Make sure you like the video. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe. But in the last video we had watched, the guy was talking about how they had brought Jim Paxson to the team. I guess he was a teammate of Michael Jordan. Benched Dennis Johnson. And that was really nerve-wracking to me because I didn't understand why y'all would ruin the whole chemistry that the Celtics had already had when they won championships. Why would y'all ruin that chemistry, bringing in a different point guard when, like Larry Bird said, Dennis Johnson and Kevin McHale, teammates he couldn't really decide of, but he still picked Dennis Johnson, and that's the point guard, And for him to be shooting 40% and then make a staggering 20% jump up to 60% in the playoffs, that's crazy. So whatever that coach had going on was madly weird. And Jim Paxson was definitely a little bit weirder by the way he came onto the team and tried to make things change and flustered up the emotions of the teammates. But that video's on my channel. The title is something about coaching. But yeah, check the video out. If you haven't checked it out yet, be sure to like the video too so more people can check it out too. But other than that, Dennis Johnson, shout out to him though for doing his thing, and Larry Bird giving him that shout out.
Bird went on to say that Kevin was a great player, while Dennis was his favorite guy to hang out with and play with. The one thing that sealed the deal for Larry was the fact that Johnson thought the same way that he did, and he was honestly really good. It's no wonder why Bird likes Dennis. DJ, as he was often referred to, won 3 NBA titles and was named Most Valuable Player of the NBA Finals in 1979, as well as being named to the NBA's All-Star team 5 times and the All-First NBA's team 6 times, both offensively and defensively. Followed by Larry Bird's basketball career and 10 Atlantic Division crowns with Bird as the focal point.
Yes,
Bird
sir.
achieved an incredible list of accomplishments outside of his 3 championship rings. He had an immediate impact in his debut year, 1979-1980, when he played in all 82 games, averaging 21.3 points and 10.4 rebounds per game. In 12 of his 13 seasons in the NBA, Bird made the All-Star team. Larry won the NBA Rookie of the Year award in 1983 and 3 MVP awards from 1984 to 1986. According to the numbers, Bird's finest season was 1984-85, when he played in 80 games and averaged 28.7 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game.
Wow.
Bird concluded his career averaging 24.3 points, 10 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game. He was a bit of a perfectionist, and basketball purists, especially Celtics fans, loved that about him. His last-second heroics never failed to amaze his fans, who saw everything from reverse layups that seemed impossible to bombs from 35 feet over several defenders. After winning gold with the original Dream Team at the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, Bird retired due to a painful back condition. NBA Commissioner David J. Stern said that Larry Bird helped define the way a generation of basketball fans have come to view and appreciate the NBA. Moving on to what former teammates have said about Larry. Larry Bird could outsmart most of his adversaries, but he wasn't the player who could jump the highest or amaze the audience with a dazzling dunk. In a 2017 Yahoo Sports story, former teammate Kevin McHale described him as being a huge man and actually amazingly cunning. His insight into the opposing team's strategy was mind-boggling. The level of mental and physical toughness that Larry possessed was unparalleled in NBA history.
Hey man, that play right there always makes me just think of how good of a shooter he was. To run down the court basically full speed on a fast break, game speed simulation type stuff. He coming down there fast, and to do a crossover, come up, just shoot a three off 1 foot. That's crazy. Let's look at that again, man. Because I really be like, he really used to be making them shots in the clutch with 4 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds on the clock. Just coming down, making shots off 1 foot. A lot of people wasn't doing that back then.
Mind-boggling. The level of mental and physical
Crossover.
toughness that Larry possessed was unparalleled in
That is
NBA
a
history.
tough shot.
Another one of Bird's former teammates, Bill Walton, remarked that he knew Bird.
That's the center I was talking about earlier, y'all. Bill Walton. I couldn't think of his name for a second there, but yeah, that's the guy I was talking about. He was a great guy on the team as well. Check out the videos on my channel, man. I'm telling you, y'all gonna love him.
Was good before they even played together. Walton said that he was a rare and unique Bird, unlike any other, with skills, a personality, a sense of humanity, and a creative mind that were out of this world. He was simply years ahead of the rest of the pack. Even though there have been other great players, none compare to Larry. That Bird was much more than just a good player. He was also a great entertainer. Carlisle referred to him as the ultimate winner, the ultimate competitor, and in many ways, the greatest showman because his style of play improved the game's aesthetic value.
I always forget that Rick Carlisle played with Boston Celtics with Larry Bird when he was on the team. I always forget that. Ain't Rick Carlisle like the coach for a few NBA team or like the GM or something like that? If you know that, drop that in the comments. I don't want to have to go look it up. I appreciate y'all be helping me out, giving me all the information that I need. Thank you so much.
Larry was exceptional not only on the court but also off it. When people started criticizing LeBron James for being overrated, Larry came out with a message for his haters. Next up, Bird had a message for LeBron's haters back in 2012. If you look at the current state of the NBA, there are a few men who are more divisive than LeBron James. On one side, there are those that believe the Lakers star deserves to be included among the greatest players of all time, if not the outright greatest. In contrast, there are many like Skip Bayless who say James is overrated, underperforming, and not even worthy of tying Michael Jordan's shoes. Larry Bird was a skilled NBA player who never shied away from using his trademark dry humor to put his opponents and teammates in their place.
Hey, man, Skip Bayless is crazy for that statement, man. He said LeBron James ain't even worthy of tying Michael Jordan's shoes. Yo, that is a crazy statement right there, man. You know, I'm almost absolutely sure, Michael Jordan and Skip Bayless is not friends. The way Skip Bayless talk about LeBron is crazy. And look, I'm not an all-right just LeBron fan myself. After watching so many videos, of people that played before LeBron's time, and in Larry Bird's time, Michael Jordan time, and just so much so forth. I wouldn't take LeBron out of the category as being one of the best, but sometimes I do feel like they speak him up a lot more. But that can be all propaganda for making money and stuff like that. Knowing that LeBron James is LeBron James, shout out to him doing his thing out of Akron, Ohio. At the same time, I just think I would never say nothing like that. I would never say nothing like that, man. Skip Bayless is absolutely violated, man. I don't know if y'all heard what he said, but let's go back and just, y'all can hear it for yourself, because Skip Bayless be making some wild statements when it comes to LeBron. Hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and I'll be there to chat with y'all. If anybody dropped in the chat, just give me a second here to finish the video.
In contrast, there are many like Skip Bayless who say James is overrated, underperforming, and not even worthy of tying Michael Jordan's shoes. Larry Bird was a skilled NBA player who never shied away from using his trademark dry humor to put his opponents and teammates in their place. Even after retiring, the Celtics great was still sharp enough in 2012 to heap praise on two major greats. Bird talked about both Kobe Bryant and LeBron James on an edition of the BS Report with Bill Simmons. Larry Legend stated that even though he'd rather play alongside Kobe, he acknowledged King James's talent as well. Aside from expressing that it would be more enjoyable to play alongside James, Bird also remarked on how undeniable LeBron's brilliance was, regardless of the fact that he had offended some NBA fans. To be fair to Larry Legend, a lot has happened since then that makes his old remarks irrelevant. James hasn't only grown up to become one of the NBA's elder statesmen, but he also possesses 4 championship rings, followed by how Larry Bird's statement is more valid than ever. As the years have passed on since Larry Bird defended King James, a lot has changed. This, though, only serves to highlight the significance of respecting the Lakers superstar even further. As of now, LeBron has shown no signs of slowing down, but everyone knows that he'll have to call it quits eventually. It's hard to say when exactly that will be, but he's just waiting for the chance to play alongside Bronny. But that will happen. At that time, all that will be left of him are moments captured in highlight reels, record books, and recollections. It would be a terrible waste of time and a great chance to miss out on seeing and admiring LeBron James because of something as silly as rivalry or competition. You don't think he's the greatest of all time, do you? Feel like making the case why he's overrated? Okay, but that shouldn't prevent you from seeing history in the making. And if you're looking for something else, there's always Larry Bird. He wasn't beyond trash-talking other people, or even calling out his own colleagues if they did anything wrong. But if a guy like him can stop and appreciate what LeBron James is accomplishing and has accomplished, then surely the rest of us can too. Moving on, LeBron admits Larry Bird was right about Kobe. The way LeBron James handled Larry Bird's criticism of him and Kobe Bryant indicated his refusal to be sidetracked by non-important issues. After the Heat's loss to the Orlando Magic, James was asked about Bird's comments, and he responded by saying that it was easy because Kobe has 5 rings and he has none. It's obvious that James was mentally strong enough at that point to ignore the kind of trivial news that the media love to exaggerate, and he had no intention of letting that story distract him. Assuming you want to win, it makes sense to team up with Kobe. These statements from Bird didn't come as much of a shock to anyone, but you have to agree that James's obsession with victory was a great sign for his future success as a champion. He gave up on convincing others that he's someone he's not. He stopped acting furious and instead allowed his amazing talent to shine through. James has developed into a well-rounded player. Up to this point in his career, he's won 17 All-NBA selections and 17 All-Star selections, the 2003-04 Rookie of the Year award, 4 NBA MVPs, 3 All-Star Game MVP awards, and 4 NBA Finals MVP awards. He's left a permanent mark on 3 different NBA teams, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, and the Los Angeles Lakers. And in the process, he's broken a lot of statistical records. Finally, LeBron James's special birthday shout-out to goated Larry Bird. NBA legend Larry Bird turned 66 on December 7th, 2022, and one of the NBA superstars who wished him was none other than the Lakers talisman LeBron James. James greeted Bird in a way that was fitting for one of the best players in NBA history. Bird is without a doubt one of the sport's biggest symbols. We know we're giving too much weight to LeBron's GOAT-level praise for Mr. Bird, but it's hard for us to ignore. When you consider that Bird was a worthy opponent of Michael Jordan back in their prime, you can see the intrigue here. As we all know, many people hold the view that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time, while many more hold that LeBron James has surpassed Jordan to become the new GOAT. And yet, LeBron did use GOATed rather than GOAT, so there must be a distinction, right? What is certain is that the discussion about who's the greatest of all time will last for a long time. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on the best player that Larry Bird has ever played with? And do you agree with his comments about LeBron? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.
Yes, sir. Shout out to him. Like I was saying before, y'all, hold on. Like I was saying before, I seen something interesting on here. I'm gonna make my thumbnail. So give me a second. He was talking about his comment he made towards Larry Bird.
One of the NBA superstars who wished him was none other than the Lakers talisman LeBron James. James greeted...
That's definitely gonna be the thumbnail, y'all. So I might privatize this video, but yeah, I just wanted to see what everybody thought about the video, especially the second half. They talked about LeBron a lot. I wasn't really expecting the video to turn out like that, but definitely drop your comments on what y'all thought about Dennis Johnson. Do y'all think Dennis Johnson was one of Larry Bird's best teammates that I ever played with, if not the best? I've always thought it would have been somebody like Kevin McHale, since they were like the dynamic duo at the time. But Dennis Johnson probably contributed to a lot of assists and stuff like that Larry Bird got. And like you said, they thought the same. So great minds think alike, and they click real fast. So that's why I got you guys follow me now and subscribe to the channel, because I know we think alike, and I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah. And what do y'all think about that comment that Larry Bird made about Dennis Johnson? Secondly, before I let y'all go here, is also I want to know what y'all think about this whole LeBron ordeal that he added at the end of the video. Apparently the guy that's behind the channel Sports Direct is a huge LeBron fan. You could tell by the way he spoke him up. Like I said, I don't speak bad on LeBron at all, but I mean, I will give my own personal opinion at times, and right now it's not one of them times. Larry Bird, you're great. I mean, not Larry Bird, you're a great player too, yeah, for sure. But LeBron, you're a great player. You've accomplished a lot more than some other players that are considered the greatest of all time. But I ain't gonna say but. And you got 4 rings. You got Rookie of the Year. You got 5 or 6 MVP trophies. You won the first in-season tournament that they just had this year, 2023. So LeBron has got a lot of accolades. On top of him, becoming an all-time scoring leader. He may have played longer than some people that's on that list, but at the same time, he did break the record, so we can't take that away from him. What do y'all think about LeBron James? Do y'all think LeBron James is better than Larry Bird? I know a lot of people gonna say no on the channel, but hey, if you're new to the channel, drop your comments too. Drop your opinions. I'm curious. Do you think Larry Bird is better than LeBron James? I mean, you think Larry Bird is better than LeBron James, or you think LeBron James got Larry Bird beat? Do you think if they played in the league around the same time, who would be the better competitor? Who will be, the main attraction? Who y'all think? I mean, honestly, after watching them both play, Larry Bird, LeBron James does have that shazazz, is that what we should say? That want to make everybody want to watch because he's jumping out the gym and dunking. But we've seen that already. We've seen that with Dominique Wilkins. We've seen that with Clyde Drexler. We've seen that with Charles Barkley. We've seen that with Jordan. We've seen that. We've seen it with Magic Johnson. We've seen people coming down the court and going crazy with the dunks. But what Larry Bird had to offer and what he contributed to his team as a rookie, in the following years after that, when going up against people like Dominique Wilkins and, dropping 50, 60 points. And Dominique Wilkins was in the beginning of his career, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I just got to give it to Larry Bird every time, y'all. I got to give it to Larry Bird. I'm not going to call myself a basketball analyst, but I've been leaning towards it. But just based off of my, perception and what I've seen from watching basketball, watching Larry Bird, watching Michael Jordan. And I really haven't did too much history on Michael Jordan. I gotta go back and do that. Drop some likes, drop some comments if y'all want to see some more Michael Jordan on the channel. We gonna get some MJ on here. And we gonna get the Magic Johnson on here too. But right now we got Larry Bird going. Everybody love Larry Bird. And honestly, I'm trying to get over that 1,000 mark on my subscribers. So please, if you see the video, make sure you like it and make sure you subscribe. I mean, it may not be the best content that you're waiting for right now, but I'm telling you, it's coming. You gotta just let me know what you want to watch. Secondly, before I let y'all go here, Larry Bird, man, I can't. You know what I mean? Hey, matter of fact, happy belated birthday to Larry Bird, man. I think it's like today is December 16th. His birthday was 10 days ago. So happy belated birthday, Larry Bird, for sure. And in my eyes, if you're not the best, you're one of the best. Michael Jordan, I may put Michael Jordan before you, but to be honest with you, I gotta watch more basketball on Michael Jordan to understand more of his gameplay because Larry Bird carried the team. I don't care what nobody gotta say. Yeah, he had Kevin McHale. Yeah, he had Dennis Johnson. Yeah, he had Robert Parrish. Yeah, he had Bill Walton. Yes, he had those players on his team to help him carry him to the finals. Not carry. Now he had him on his team to help him get to the finals and win championships. But are they big names like Scottie Pippen? Kevin McHale's name may be like that, but when he's talking about his best teammate he ever had was Dennis Johnson, I didn't know Dennis Johnson really had 3 rings. I really didn't dawn on me that he played with Larry Bird all 3 of them years. So it's just quite obvious, on top of Michael Jordan having Dennis Johnson, he had Dennis Rodman. I mean, on top of Larry Bird Michael Jordan having Scottie Pippen. He had Dennis Rodman when he won some of them rings. So he had already played up against the Detroit Pistons and had to deal with being fouled and kicked and elbowed and all type of just violence that the bad boy Pistons came with. So, I mean, I'm just being honest. As a person sitting back watching the game, and from all different eras at this point, because I've watched, like Larry Bird, I've watched Magic Johnson, I'm watching all of this, Kareem Abdul, watching all of that. You know what I mean? I gotta just let y'all know, Larry Bird really is being cheated, not by the people at the NBA that know sports or people of legendary status, but he's been cheated by the fans. He's been cheated by NBA supporters and watchers. He's been cheated, y'all. I don't know If it's because, I know why. I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm gonna do a whole video and a whole breakdown. Like we do reactions, I'm gonna do a whole video and a whole breakdown on why I believe Larry Bird does not have the recognition that Michael Jordan, LeBron James got. Even Magic Johnson. I'm gonna do a whole breakdown on that. But in the meantime, I'm out of breath. So I'm gonna let this stream go. Make sure y'all like the video. It's your boy DtaeNoDinero here, because y'all know I ain't got no money. You feel me? I just like to come here and talk to y'all. And subscribe. Silly.